Alright, let's skip all this boring me fiddling with the theater mode because I'm dumb. Um, a little Uzi gameplay. I actually tried it out the other day. I liked it a lot. Domination game. And I just wanted to talk to you guys, really just give you guys a brief update about what's going on with me lately. I actually got injured the other day, so I've had a lot of time to play Black Ops and play Call of Duty and games in general, really, and just I've had a lot of time to fiddle around with my recording and making videos and all that. I have a couple videos coming out actually. One's gonna be about Battlefield 3. Another one's gonna be a little Tomahawk montage thingy that I've been working on for about an hour now, and then another one is probably going to be like a Modern Warfare 3 video or something. I don't know. I have some topics I want to talk about. But as far as this whole being injured thing, it actually happened when I was playing basketball, and it sucks because I had been playing basketball for, I'm going to say, a good 6 hours a day before it happened. And when it happened, I was so just I was nervous first off because I didn't want to be laid out like that, and I didn't want to have to like take any time off from exercising or working out. And then going and playing basketball is more of a recreational thing for me. I just have more fun than anything else. My real exercise is in the morning, and that is a lot of fire, by the way. Uh, I always do that too. I run into my napalm a lot. I don't know. I have a thing for fire. I guess I just gotta run into it. But it's unfortunate because you never like to get hurt in the first place, but when you do get hurt the way I did, and it's not necessarily an ankle sprain, actually. It's kind of in a weird spot. It's like on the bottom side of my foot, so it's in an awkward position, and it's tough because when I play basketball, I run around a lot. I play basketball like I play Call of Duty. I run around a lot. I don't really stop a lot. It's high intensity. It's because you have different types of players when you play basketball. You have the good players who are lazy, or the good players that aren't lazy, and then you got the bad players that are lazy, or the bad players that aren't lazy. They just try really hard. Um, I don't consider myself a bad player or a good player. I'm kind of just in the middle. I know what I'm good at, and I work really hard. I never take a play off, and so I hustle a lot. I run a lot. I go after loose balls. I know what I'm good at. I'm athletic, and I don't try to do something that I'm not good at. I don't try to freaking take over games and shit. Um, and so lately I've just been running around a lot, and I've been actually playing a lot like kind of like Ray Allen, really, where I run around a lot and I spot up. I can hit an open jump shot, and I was really getting into my rhythm. And when I got hurt, it was just like, damn, dude, now you got to take a couple days off and hope you can get back on the horse and hope you're as good as you were when you left. And it's unfortunate, really. And I don't know what the hell this guy was thinking. He was just running around, and I don't know what he was doing. I think he was looking for the light switch on the wall or something. But with all that being said, it is unfortunate. It's bad timing, but I mean, I don't think there ever is good timing to get injured. But whatever, it happened, and I just gotta wait it out now. The only thing that really sucks is, like I said, I can't really do anything active. Like, I can walk and stuff. I'm not like handicapped, like my foot just got chopped off or something, but it's just kind of boring not being able to go outside or not being able to work out like I'm normally accustomed to doing every day, and it's just something you got to get used to, really, or at least just cope with in the meantime, and you just deal with it. uh, this thing is a headshot machine too. I was getting a lot of headshots with this gun. It was pretty fun. I might use it again because I kind of like the way it looks with the red camo on it. But the other thing that I've been up to also is yesterday, actually, I went to a funeral, and I hadn't been to a funeral in a while. It was actually for my great grandmother, and she died on the 4th of July, actually. And it was weird because, it's just, you go to a funeral and you see a lot of people that you don't really know, but you have to be nice to them because you know the hardship that they're going through at the time. And while I didn't know a lot of people, it was actually easier for me to be sympathetic with these people because I knew my great grandmother. I didn't know her like very, very personally, but I knew of her and I knew how amazing of a person she was. And that lady, man, she was a special woman. That's really all I can say about her. She was very strong. She actually struggled with Alzheimer's for a very long time, and I hope that she rests in peace, and I hope she's happy, smiling down on us in heaven. And I think that my grandmother, or actually I call my grandmother Nana, for those of you who are wondering what I call my grandparents. It all depends on the person. We all call our grandparents different names. Um, but I actually was very happy to see that she wasn't very, very sad, that she was actually she was coping with it in a very positive manner, and that actually was a good look for her and a good look for me, and I was very happy about that. But it was a trip. It was really cool because during the eulogy, um, while I didn't know her very personally and on a very deep level, because I only knew her as the woman, that she was with Alzheimer's, and I never knew her before she'd gotten her condition, and so I never saw her in her prime, so to speak, and everyone was talking about her in her prime, and it was just like, man, I wish I could have seen this because it sounds like something that was just a sight to behold, really, and you always want to catch sight of something like that because special people like that don't come along every day, and well. While I wasn't able to see her, when she was, just in full stride, I know my Nana very well, and I love her very much, and I'm very close to her. And it was cool because during the eulogy, they were listing off some of her habits that she had. Like she loved to bake. She used to when she would take naps in the afternoon, she would be like, "I'm not sleeping. I'm only resting my eyes." And she would, sing songs to her grandchildren and bounce them on her knee. And that's all things that my Nana did and still does to this day. And she used to do for me when I was a kid. And that's a big part of my childhood. And so when I heard those things, I was able to smile and laugh and reminisce just like everybody else was able to. And that was cool for me because it was something that it's just cool to relate to people, honestly, for me. I love relating to people. Um, relating to people is one of the greatest things you could ever do in your life because it actually kind of confirms with you that you're not some crazy psychopath or you're not completely out of the norm. You do have some normalcy in your life, at least a minimal amount where you can somewhat, find some things in common with other people. But with all that being said, I'm kind of happy that I went to the funeral yesterday because it turned into like a mini family reunion. I got to meet a lot of people that I haven't met before in my life, and I like meeting new people, especially if they're older, because I have so much respect for older people. They're truly, truly special to our generation, and honestly, if you're out there and you got grandparents and you're not too sure, or like even older relatives in general, you're not too sure how long you got left with those people, my biggest piece of advice to give you is just to go talk to them for a bit, get to know them, learn their story, at least learn a few of their stories. Because one thing I have learned, and one thing I am certain of, is if it's an older person, they've been through their fair share of struggles and good times, and I'm pretty sure they got some kick-ass stories to share with you. They're not all like, in my day we had to travel 15 miles to get a glass of water. It's not all like that. It's some of it is some cool stuff. My tata, or my grandpa, he was a troublemaker back in the day. So I love hearing about how he used to walk around, thinking that he was just a badass, and uh, it was just cool hearing about that because you could totally tell that he was like that when he was a teenager. So it would make me laugh hearing stories like that about him, and it gives you something to pass on. It really does. And old people got soul, man. They got soul, and that's something that's missing from my generation. I feel, and we need to get some of that back. We need to go back to the roots a little bit. But that's the way I feel. Because I'm an old soul, honestly. At the end of the day, I love getting knifed like that. By the way, uh, but it was cool. It was a cool experience. It was a way for me to get my mind off of me being unable to do the things I'm normally accustomed to doing with exercising and all that. And I mean, some good has come out of this whole injured foot thingy. I've been able to play more often. I've gotten some great clips. I've been able to hang out with my buddy Rio too. And Rio's actually, I want to give you a shout out, Rio, because Rio's actually done a great job of helping me not go psycho and crazy. Because I haven't had a lot to do. He's kept me a little busy and a little entertained. Actually, not a little, but very entertained. We've been messing around a lot in the games and just doing our thing we normally do. We hang out a lot, and it's just awesome, having friends like that can help you pass time. Anyway, the game's over. It was a good game. It was fun. I had a lot of fun playing it, and I don't know. I'm just enjoying the game. I've got some stuff coming up, some new videos. I hope you guys keep an eye out for them. And as always, have a nice day and take it easy.